Are we recording?
Yes, as soon as you started talking.
Woo! Excellent.
Happy Thursday.
It's Thursday. We are unapologetic introverts. I am Aaron.
I am Jade, and it's almost a long weekend.
Yeah, but it's not a long weekend for everybody.
I know.
Sad face to those people
Freaking
who don't
civic
have
holiday.
nice bosses who
Let them be off. I wouldn't even care if I didn't get paid.
apparently I get paid for it too.
Oh, I get paid for it. When I worked at the grocery store, it was okay. You can sign up, or if you're low seniority, you're working.
Yeah.
But if you don't, it's not a set holiday. And I was like, goodbye.
Bye. I'm out.
People at work didn't know it was a stat holiday. I mean, sorry, didn't know it was a holiday on Monday. And
A lot of people don't know.
Guys, come on.
I think it's more.
You gotta know when the long weekends are.
I think it's more popular now to
Yeah.
have people off because summer's only so long.
Yeah, and other than that, there's nothing in
Really, there isn't. Not until
through the summer.
school starts again.
I know. We got groceries last week, and I was like, oh, there's all the lunch boxes and thermoses,
1 month and counting.
the pencils and the highlighters.
Seriously, 1 month to go.
Ew.
And we're back to school season.
Oh, my God.
Yuck.
Ugh.
Welcome. It's Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
The long weekend will have passed by the time this
Yep.
came out. So hopefully everyone had an excellent time and the weather wasn't too terrible like it is right now.
It's supposed to be 29.
34 degrees out today.
It was hot.
Disgusting. Not as humid as I thought it was going to be, but still just
hot.
gross. Yeah.
Well, I froze inside all day,
Fair.
which I know people are like, you can. No, my fingers shouldn't be fucking purple at work.
Oh, yeah. Or your nose is just like, help me.
It's
So cold.
it's August. I shouldn't be drinking hot chocolate.
Well, I mean, you can drink hot chocolate whenever. It would be great at the fireside at night.
Yeah, that's
Some
fine.
s'mores.
Not at 10 a.m.
S'mores.
S'mores.
How do you pronounce s'mores?
S'mores.
S'mores?
S'mores.
S'mores.
Speaking of s'mores, now I want the s'mores mix from Costco.
Is it good?
It's so good. So what it is, it's tiny little marshmallows.
Yep.
And then there's little graham cracker pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a caramel piece, but it's all coated in chocolate. So you just get little crumbs of things.
Could you just take it to next level? Mix that into Rice Krispie Squares.
They're chunky.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could break them up a little bit, but
I thought it was when you do, what's it called? Puppy chow or whatever.
never had that. But yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, not
Gotcha.
quite. Also from Costco, what slaps? The birthday cake pretzels.
Birthday cake pretzels?
They're yogurt covered birthday cake pretzels. So it's just yogurt.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
then it's sprinkles.
Gotcha.
I've almost finished a bag.
You are very vanilla-y.
Yeah.
Speaking of treats,
Yeah, you have treats. Why do you...
I bring you things.
You've brought me cookies before.
Ha!
Oh, it's chocolate. Oh, I have 2 of these in the freaking cupboard.
Now you have one more. I also brought you something else.
It is a
Mostly
President's
for us.
Choice milk chocolate with toasted coconut. Was it 99 cents? Mine were 99
Yeah.
cents.
I thought of you. They have boxes of them at Superstore.
Oh, okay. I'm telling
Boxes.
Mom to go to Superstore if she goes to Costco because we got ours for 99 cents and I haven't seen them at the grocery store. And I was like, oh, we should have bought more. These are so good.
I think they're clearing them out
Mhm.
because Superstore is just a shelf. It's right beside the checkouts.
Yeah.
Boxes. I don't think anyone's interested in buying them. I don't know why.
Oh,
My dad looked at it and went, coconut?
Ugh. No, it's so good.
I think it would be delicious. I didn't get one for myself. I'm trying to be good.
I'll give you a piece when you leave.
Okay. The next thing, you have to close your eyes.
Closing. Do I have to guess what it is?
Yes.
Okay. Oh fuck. it's good. It's like a stress ball.
Close.
Is it an animal?
It's an animal, yes.
Is it a panda?
Oh, you're really close. It's in the bear family. You can open your eyes.
Why is
now.
it so... Oh my god, it's a gummy bear.
Yeah, it's a sugar bear. I got you one, and now we have matching ones.
What the fuck do I do with this?
It's just like your little silly putty thing. You can just It's relaxing.
He's so heavy.
I know. They're called sugar bears.
Oh my God, where do you get these?
Party City. My family and friends work at Party City.
He's so floppy. My cat's gonna want to chew this.
Yes, make sure you keep this away from tiny children and pets.
He you know my bunny light that I have?
Yeah,
He thinks it's a toy and he wants to eat it.
of course. I have no clue what's in it or what it's made of.
I don't know, cause it's
Other
heavy.
than it's heavy and it's very satisfying to squeeze. And it goes right back to its shape every time.
That is so funny.
Very satisfying. Very therapeutic. I handed it to my mom. She held it upside down. She's like, it looks like boobs. And I'm like,
Its feet do look like and its back looks like a boob.
like, yeah, it's upside down. Those are its feet.
That's so fun. Does it collect dust easily? Or can it be rinsed?
You can rinse it.
Okay.
It's not too bad. It's not overly
squished.
sticky.
I'm gonna have to bring that tomorrow for Sydney and show her.
Oh, they're just so satisfying.
She'll have sad hamster that my mom crocheted, and I'll have this on my desk. Oh my God, this is great.
Yeah, I figured you'd like it.
Oh my God, thank you.
Happy Thursday. Chocolate and sugar bears.
I technically have a gift for you, but it's for your birthday, so it's upstairs.
That's fine. We can wait. Birthday's still a month and a half away.
I bought it a month ago. I saw it and I went,
You're so prepared. I'm usually 2 months late or 6 months late.
that's okay.
It's a half year birthday.
Which is the best, because then you just get random presents.
Well, it's a little bit more distant from Christmas, so
Yeah,
if you need to rip that open for satisfaction,
I do.
go for it.
Tell us your fun fact about Google.
I learned that Google is not owned by Google. Right? Say it louder. What? Google is actually called Alphabet Inc.
Where did you learn this?
My coworker told me this the other day, and I was like, "What?"
How did your coworker learn this?
I don't know. I can't remember what he was looking up. Something about we were looking into fonts, Google fonts,
Yeah.
and trying to figure out something at work, and all of a sudden it was like, "Did you know that Google's not Google? It's Alphabet Inc."
I don't know why.
Because that's the name it was founded under in 1998.
Oh, okay.
So, can you Google 1998?
No, I can't.
Insane.
Oh my God, this bear is so fun.
I know. Aren't they so satisfying? I thought, oh, this would be so
So-
good to have
He's so fun.
for the pod. You can just kind of feel it melt in your hand. I feel like we need to get a sponsor for sugar bears.
From Party City?
Yeah. Well, which would be Canadian Tire now because
Yeah.
Canadian Tire owns Party City. So weird.
I've been in Party City many a times, and I've never seen these guys.
Yeah, they just got them. It's a
Okay.
huge sale. My friend Morgan, she made me do the same thing at her place. She's like, close your eyes, put
Yeah.
your hand out. And she put it in my hand. And I was like, what?
Like, what am I feeling?
And then I opened it and I was like, oh, it's a little bear. But she has a neon green one.
Yeah, because is there green, pink, and blue on the
Yeah. But they only had blue left at the store because they've been selling them like hotcakes.
That's so funny.
So I was like, get me 2. And one is going to Jade. I didn't know if you'd like pink, but I like the blue better.
I would have taken any color. Look at, he's a pancake.
I know. And then he just boop
That's
back up.
so fun.
So satisfying.
To anyone who cares, again, Throne of Glass is officially over. I have read almost 5,000 pages of a series. I started on June 8th.
Tears.
And I finished Sunday? No. Yes. No.
Yes.
Monday? Might have been Monday.
Probably Monday.
Um,
You didn't tell me when you finished. I don't think. I was
I
in the
might have.
throes of
yeah.
launching a website.
And in the midst of finishing, I finally got my connection between Akatar and it's not like confirmed, but like, yeah, if you read the ACOTAR books and then you read through Throne of Glass, and at the point where she's doing things and going through things, literally, you see two other characters. And I had to literally reread and then put the book down. I was like, no fucking way. No way. This just happened. I've been waiting for like 9 books. I had like hints and I was like, oh no, maybe that's not that. And it turned out to be like, you know, another character in another book down the line in the series. But these are not from their world. I was like, oh my God. And then I texted Sydney, freaking out.
How did you get here?
I was like, no way. I was like, it finally happened. But then it ended. And it was kind of sad.
Has Sydney read that far?
No. She's on Empire of Storm. So she's got half of that book and then 2 more. My mom's on the last one, though.
Yeah, I saw that giant book.
Yeah, that's the last one. It
huge.
took me a while to get through. It's
huge.
almost 1,000 pages.
It's wild. Better than War and Peace, though, I think.
But it's very good. 10 out of 10. Do recommend. I will buy Crescent City eventually and read into that.
It looks so pretty. I like the cover.
It does look pretty.
That was what, like, I think I mentioned this before. What attracted me to this series of books in the first place was when that came out. And I was like, oh, I want this. And then somebody's like, no, you got to read the other 9 books before any of this will make sense.
Yeah. You read the other 2 series.
Okay.
I am here for the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition of Crescent City, the first 2, because they're just illustrative of like the face and all of it. It's so
no
pretty.
No title or anything.
I almost bought them when we were in Florida last year, but then it was $40 for a paperback still. Like it's
gross.
So big. So I was like, there's no point.
Yeah.
They do have the first one still online. The second one's sold out, and the third one isn't out in paperback in any shape or form right now. So I'm waiting because I don't want to have 2 paperbacks and a hardcover.
Yeah, you gotta get the full collection.
Yeah, which I mean, Throne of Glass. The box set's at Indigo, Aaron. It doesn't have a price tag on it though.
Maybe it's free then, right?
Yeah, that's how that works.
Yeah, fucking slap me. I get it. I've been there.
And then I took a break for two days a day from reading.
And then you were like, no, can't leave reading.
And last night I read a whole book in 3.5 hours. I read Not in Love by Allie Hazelwood. Also 10 out of 10 recommend Allie's writing. But yeah. And then I bought more books too on the weekend. So I think I officially have enough books to meet my 40 books this year challenge.
Oh, only 40.
But I'm definitely going to read more than that because there's a couple more series that I want. And somebody else just released a book and I forgot about it.
I'm going to ask my cousin right now, how many books now?
She was at like 100 already.
See if she gets back to me, but
I thought I was reading pretty good. I probably actually could have read more in the 2 months had I not read Throne of Glass because the books are really long.
They are really long, eh?
So they start off like okay, but like the third book is long.
Yeah, there's a lot more world building and character building in that.
So many characters.
A majority of
so many characters. So. I mean, Kingdom of Ash is like the length of, I don't know, 4 books.
Tiff just responded back to me. 37 books so far.
I'm at 28 so far.
Danny is now at 141.
Does she work?
She works like more than full time. She's a manager.
Who's got the time? Her books, and like this isn't discrediting Danny. Her books must not be.
I think some of them are shorter in nature, but she has read all of the series
this year.
That you have, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she reads very quickly.
Well, Danny, I feel you.
Tiff says, the smut group I'm in, someone's at like 360 of 400 on their list.
Bro, you gotta be reading like your books are only a chapter long. There's no way.
There's
no way.
How?
Like I read a lot.
I'm like, I haven't even read one book. I'm still on chapter 24. I got other stuff I'm doing, okay?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Living life. Watching way too much TV because it's so much easier for my brain.
Yeah, and there is times where I'm sitting down to read and I read like a chapter and I'm like, oh my god, I can't focus.
That's my brain like all the time. That's why I have so much trouble reading, is I just don't have the attention span.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have the attention span for this little sugar bear because it keeps me fidgeting.
It's so fun.
It just feels so satisfying.
And he's cute.
He is really cute.
I'm not sorry for all the comments that are going to be in this episode about these fucking plastic toys.
Oh my gosh, you have to take a picture.
Rubber?
I don't know what. That's the thing. I don't know what these are. Whatever it is, it feels like
goo.
Goo and.
Hey, they're made in Quebec.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they look like gummy bears.
I will.
And they squish kind of like gummy bears, but a little bit more gooey.
I'll
Take
put
a
a note
picture.
in the app, the notes, and I'll put it under social so that I'll put it with our songs.
Sugar bear.
This is the sugar bear. He's so fun. Why did you need threads?
Threads, yes. So I came along this thread.
Yes.
By Jones DeQuincy.
Hello, Jones.
Asking, what is the little dot above a lowercase I or J called?
It's a tittle.
Yeah. Which a lot of people were like, well, why didn't you just use Google? And I thought about it, and I felt the same way for about 5 seconds until I kept scrolling.
Uh-huh.
And hopefully I can find this comment again. Please. Basically. Oh, I hope it's still here. Oh, here it is. Yes. Okay. Germany has a word for it.
Uh-huh.
Because, of course, they do. It's, and I'm going to not pronounce this right, Eintupfelchen, which means little eye dot.
Aw.
Tupfel is especially a dot made with a brush.
Okay.
Tupfletchen being a small one.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have a saying about it. Das ist das Eintupfletchen, which means that's the icing on the cake.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
I thought that was really interesting. And that's something you just can't get when you Google.
No.
You'll just get a direct answer.
Also, I would just like to point out the only reason Aaron and I know what that is because we're graphic designers and we had a typography class.
Yeah. Get on it.
It's funny. It came up a bunch in meetings at work because the people who are not graphic designers didn't know what it was, and my boss told them, and they were like, "What?"
It's called a tittle.
Yeah, and they thought it was the funniest thing in the world. So then every time it came up, they were like, "Oh, don't forget the tittle," because we were like rebranding. And
is that the brand that is missing it?
What? No.
That drives me nuts.
No,
every time
that
I've been there about 10 times in the past couple of months.
I talked to the person who designed that.
Absolutely
That drives
wild.
him nuts. They printed that without the actual proper file.
Oh, just awful.
But then the guy who found it the funniest, it was always like, well, you don't have a tittle in your name. Sorry. It's just
no tittle for you.
Comes up at the randomest times, but yes.
No tittle for you or I.
Ha 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 ha.
Actually, none for you. I have one in my last name, but
you weren't making a joke. Yeah, I understand now. You or I. Yeah. No, I got none.
I got all the jokes. It's fine.
Speaking of jokes, and this was probably a lot funnier, and you have to be reminded that this came from a coworker's Twitter account back in like 2013. So some people are going to think that this may be a little offensive.
I was going to say we're going back into the time where like being politically correct was borderline.
Yeah.
Not really.
Back into the time where I don't even know how old Nathan was, and we had got on the topic of Googling one another.
Oh yeah.
So like we already did that. but then it was, let's scroll through each other's Twitter. So him and Mitch were going back and forth reading stupid shit. And Mitch just pulls up this golden one from Nathan and goes, if being handsome burned calories, I'd be anorexic. Oh my God, I've never laughed so hard at lunch.
Full circle out of pocket. How does one?
You're a guy who has Twitter in 2013 with nothing else to do.
Well, that is a highlight.
So I immediately, after, everyone stopped laughing, I went, can I say this on the podcast? He was like, go for it. And he said we should scroll back in our socials one episode. But
I did have one of the...
that was a thing, but I think both of us have probably gone through and deleted everything off of Facebook.
I probably still have ridiculously
might have some stuff on Twitter, but I don't know if there's a lot on Facebook.
I don't know how far I can actually manage to scroll back before Facebook crashes, because I've been on there for a long time.
Well, you could go on your profile and do like the filter.
Oh, yeah. Is there a filter for stupid shit?
Just pick a year. But yeah, so thank you, Nathan, for the comedic relief of Twitter. Sorry if that offended anybody. It's from 2013 or older. It doesn't count.
No, genuinely, if you are suffering from any,
yeah,
is it considered disorder still? I'm not sure. Whatever.
Anorexia?
Whatever the proper term it is.
I don't want to call it a disease. I think it's a disorder.
We won't claim to know anything expert-wise. No. We aren't doctors. We just feel for you and hope that you get what you need.
You're doing better.
Yeah. But Nathan, don't get some help. Rude.
Being handsome burns calories.
If only.
What a jackass.
I'd be anorexic too.
We're going to get canceled before we even get anywhere.
It's fine.
What is up with Toronto, Aaron?
Toronto today. This is just a short clip, but today I learned that there is a Toronto in Ohio.
Oh. Okay.
Someone posted asking for shipping for something, and the person who was answering the question responded, do you mean Toronto, Canada or Toronto, Ohio? And I was like,
Ohio, of all places.
I didn't know there was a Toronto in Ohio.
Well, I mean, our town is also in the UK.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense
New
now
Hampshire,
that you think about it.
Yeah. So is Keene, and there's one more. Newcastle.
Yep.
There's a lot. There's so much more. These are so fun.
I found an air bubble in mine. It was fun to poke.
I have a couple.
Anything other interesting before we dive into Dayless? Mine was boring this afternoon, so.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's it. Oh, on my way here.
Lies. You just lied.
I know, that's not it. I lied so hard, but I just remembered because I told myself when I saw this, I should bring it up on the pod. On my way here, I was at the stoplight, and this guy pulled up on a motorcycle. So made me think of you.
Bike.
Yep. Pulled up beside me on the right. So I didn't quite catch it because I just thought, red motorcycle, whatever. I turn my head and glance at him, assuming it's a him. Apologies. They, them.
It
Actually could be an it. Let me get to the point here.
Sorry.
The helmet was Elmo. And I don't mean like,
no, it's
a
furry.
wrap. It's a furry Elmo helmet. So I haven't
seen that one around town.
So weird, with a little plastic backpack, red backpack.
That's hilarious.
Red motorbike, fluffy Elmo helmet, full eyes. Just, I just kind of went, I turned my head, looked at it, looked away, looked at it again, and nodded. You know what? You do you. I'm happy for you.
There is a girl in town who has a or a person. They look to me as if they would be female. And she rides with a couple other people, and she's got a lime green bike, I'm pretty sure. But her helmet has like a green like braid thing that comes out of it.
Oh, that's cool.
And I saw somebody who had like the bunny ear wrap the other day.
Huh.
It's like, people, don't put stuff on your helmet. If that gets snagged, you're gonna break your fucking neck.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
I understand it looks fun, but like,
Safety.
be a little practical,
Safety
please.
concern. I guess maybe if you're just, going through town,
Yeah.
not going overly fast. But, bikers, fast.
Gotta go fast.
Anyways, that was like my last interesting thing for today.
I got nothing else.
I got nothing else.
I got a interesting day list. Do you want me to go first? Or do you want to go first? I don't know who went last time. I can't remember.
I don't know either. I'll go first.
Okay.
Situationship preppy evening.
We are opposites again.
Sponsored by Angst, Emo, Situationship, Preppy, Clean Girl,
Clean
Hot
Girl.
Hey, this is your playlist.
What?
Preppy, Clean Girl, Hot Girl Walk, Art Deco, and Surf Crush.
Surf Crush.
We'll go to Hot Girl Walk.
Of course.
Good luck, babe.
Chapel.
And then We Can't Be Friends by Ariana Grande.
We can't be friends.
Yeah. Art Deco. I Like the Way You Kiss Me by Artemis.
Sounds familiar.
You would hear it. It's probably a TikTok song. My Love, Mine, All Mine. Mitski. Probably TikTok songs.
I was going to say, never heard that in my life.
And Situationship leads us to Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. Thing for Ya, Christian Gates. And then Good Luck, Babe again.
Good luck, babe.
And then the top song for the Situationship Preppy Evening, oops, was not that one, but I Was Made for Loving You by Youngblood.
Oh.
I got some really weird stuff going on today.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Heartbroken, depressed sesh Thursday evening.
Are you heartbroken in a depressed sesh?
You listen to songwriter and contemporary dance on Thursdays in the evening. Here's some depressed sesh, heartbroken, lyrical dance. What is this? Gasha Gaming, contemporary dance and improvisations. The first song is All Be Good by James Young. Good song.
I think Gotcha Gaming is probably just speaking towards like lo-fi music.
Oh, maybe. Depressed sesh, work song, Hosier.
Nice.
Gotcha Gaming. Just My Type by The Vance. This is like, this Gotcha Gaming thing is like upbeat, so that's weird.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Heartbroken. We've got Romantic Homicide by Dead, but spelled D4BD.
Cool.
Contemporary dance, work song, Hosier. Lyrical dance, You're So Pretty by Wasia Project. Interesting.
We got some randos
Very random
in the mix
this
week. It's probably because I played a TikTok music 2024 trying to find this one song that I
might do it.
can't find.
That's the worst.
If I just turn on TikTok, I'll probably find it like instantly.
Do you know the tune?
Not anymore because it's out of my head. But
I was going to say you could hum it to Google.
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. You
learn.
can hum it pretty horribly and it'll still work.
Sick.
Yeah.
Good to know. So, it is episode 22, you ask. What are we talking about this week? It's part 2 of Am I the Asshole?
Everyone's fave.
Everyone's fave. There's such good stories out there. You just can't storytell as well as someone who's trying to ask or figure out, are they the asshole in the situation?
And it leads for easy research.
It does, especially when it's been a week.
It's been a month.
It's been a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
In a week. So do you want to go first, or how do you feel about this? I've got some long ones.
Oh, sorry. I think mine are all decently sized. I have not read a single one.
Okay, I have read mine.
I read the titles and then I was like going through looking at what to save and I was like, sure.
But I might also just pull the one good one that I kind of found, and then
I did find one on TikTok too.
Oh,
I don't
that's
know
cool.
if I saved it, so
That's fine.
we'll get there.
Yeah. So I'll read for sure because I went through the updated ones,
Yeah.
the ones that had the follow-ups.
Oh, okay.
That you learn a little bit more about the situation.
Get some more details.
Get some more details. Figure out the crazy that happens behind the scenes. And then I'm thinking I'll read that and then just maybe pick some rando ones that I haven't read.
Yeah. Oh dear Lord, I'm so sorry. I can start.
Sure.
So this is from 2 days ago in the Am I the Asshole Reddit thread. And they've deemed them an asshole. Okay.
Update. You're an asshole.
Am I the asshole for refusing to sell my car to my socially shy niece?
Oh, I did see this one. I didn't read it, but I saw the title. I want to say yes already.
We've got an edit. To clarify, everyone asking why, I need to know if she actually wants the car or not buying it because my sister wants her to. I don't know her opinion at all. All I know is she doesn't want the car. Also, this is in a comment that got downvoted to hell. I just bought myself a new car. This leaves me with an extra car, which I was going to sell. It has so many spelling mistakes. Back to my dealership. It's a Toyota Corolla 2018, which is in good condition. My sister asked if I would be willing to sell it to my niece. She is going to college in a few months, and she will need a car. My niece, I'm going to call her Luna. Okay, you could just say my niece, has always been a social, shy person. I haven't seen her much. I just moved back to my home state. I told them I can bring it by to look at it. I get to their home, and my sister and Luna were waiting. I start to show them the car and giving basic information. I ask who will be buying it, and my sister answers. She tells me that Luna is buying it, and it will be in her name. So I start speaking to her. No, sorry. So I start speaking to her. He's trying to speak to her. Every question I asked her, her mom would answer. For example, I asked her how much had she saved up. Her mom answered. I asked how soon would she need the car. Her mom answered. I've heard like 5 words the whole time, and I've been here, and it was 5. Okay.
This guy's already the asshole just for terrible spelling.
Can't spell. He's heard 5 words the whole time he's been there, and it was like he was basically just talking to the mom. Paraphrasing.
Yeah.
Asks if she's still interested in the car. Mom answers. I told my sister. I asked Luna and was waiting for Luna to respond. I repeated the question and she doesn't give an answer and just looks at her mom. I informed both of them I am not willing to sell my car if the person buying it cannot communicate with me. So I ask her again what she thinks of the car. She turns around and walks inside. I inform my sister I will not be selling the car to Luna. We get in an argument that I shouldn't have put her on the spot, and I know she is shy. I point out that her daughter cannot communicate, then she will be eaten alive at college. I told her I will be willing to sell it to Luna if she contacts me. My sister called me a jerk. Update. I received a call from my dad. I don't know what is going on in that family, but he made it very clear not to sell the car to anyone. In short, Luna cannot afford it, and they are on debt. I don't know the specifics of what is happening, so I'm going to stay out of that. I will be selling my car to the dealership.
Okay. I take it back. I wouldn't call him an asshole.
No.
I would call Luna's mom maybe.
Yeah.
For the fact that Luna seems to maybe have social problems because she speaks for her daughter instead of encouraging.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this is uncle, right? This is your uncle, like try and warm up to having those conversations. Don't just throw her in the freaking fire pit and then answer all the questions for her.
Yeah.
I also have a sense that maybe the mom wanted the car and might have been pressuring her into buying it.
Maybe. All the comments are like, you said that you couldn't sell a car to someone who won't talk to you. This seems like a nonsense reason. I don't think that's a nonsense reason.
No, you generally when you want to sell an asset, you want to make sure
the person wants it. The person's going to take care of it.
Yeah. Even
you need to agree on a price. You need to agree.
Yeah, you need to have conversations in order to sell these things.
Even if you're family.
Yeah, like you still have to sign paperwork and transfer names and the jig. Everyone's
like you're bullying her because she's shy. Bitch, I'm shy.
I don't think he was bullying her. I think that family has some big issues there that Luna's gonna have to deal with if her mom's gonna keep acting
Maybe
like
Luna
that.
didn't want the car.
Maybe she didn't want the car. That's kind of like my second theory is like she probably didn't or want the car, but her mom was like, "We need the car, we're in debt," and
Yeah. Wouldn't that put you more in debt?
seriously would. But some people are not great with money.
I don't agree. I don't think he's an asshole.
No,
I don't think he was rude about it either. I mean, three sides to every story, whatever.
Yeah, it's hard to tell what the full picture there was because maybe he was being a little bit rude, being like, well, I'm not going to sell it to somebody who doesn't speak to me. Like, you could approach it in a different way, being like, well, I don't feel like Luna's confident in making this purchase.
She's not saying anything.
Don't call her out for being shy. Like, that makes you kind of an asshole because you're kind of being...
She also just, left, though.
Yeah. Well, if she's socially shy or awkward, I understand.
Yeah.
But maybe she was just getting frustrated with the situation because it doesn't sound like her mom knows
let her talk either
what she wants.
Thank you, Reddit.
Thanks, Reddit. That makes me frustrated with people who just can't have genuine conversations.
Yeah. I'm socially shy, and if I need to, sure, I'll talk, yada yada yada, get through it. However, bro, don't baby your children.
No.
If she's going to college, she's at least 18.
Yeah. It's help her break down those important questions, prepare a list of questions with her, but try and encourage her to ask those questions. And then if she doesn't feel confident, allow her the space to come to you and, say, hey, I'm not confident with this. Can you help me ask these questions? It's not hard. I don't understand why this has to be hard for some people.
She's going to college. She's gonna have to communicate with somebody.
She's gonna have to communicate, but there's ways of encouragement that are way better than just throwing her to the wolves or speaking for her completely because you're just enabling that in communication. Yeah. Now that being said, we don't know if Luna is a neurodivergent person or someone with something along the lines of autism or just plain shy. Either way, it doesn't matter, but...
Don't think Luna wants a car.
Doesn't sound like Luna wants that car. Or can afford said car, so... Just get financially smart, people. Okay. I'm gonna pick a random one right now.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for vetoing putting an offer on my wife's dream house?
Okay, pause. What does it mean when people veto stuff?
Vetoing means make the ultimate decision for. So when you see something like Big Brother.
Okay.
I'm gonna veto means I'm gonna bypass a democratic system and automatically choose the ultimate decision. So I'm gonna veto myself from being eliminated.
Oh, okay.
Or if I'm somebody who's already not getting eliminated, I'm gonna veto somebody else from being eliminated.
Okay.
So in this sense, he is putting his foot down and saying, no, we're not going to put an offer on his wife's dream house.
Okay.
So he's vetoing against it.
Okay.
All right, here we go. I have not read this, so we'll see if this makes sense. My wife, 34 female, and I, 38 male, are shopping for our first house. Good on you this day and age.
Yeah, honestly.
If you can afford a new house.
They probably live in Texas.
Probably somewhere where stuff is actually affordable. Unlike where we live. Yay. All right, here we go. I'll read this through without trying to break out into commentary. Yeah. We both put together lists of needs, wants, and deal breakers for our desired home. We both had similar lists in terms of needs and wants. Oh, I love people's spelling.
I know, it's really hard to read.
sorry to tangent, multiple bedrooms and good schools for when we have kids, fenced in yard for our dog, no major renovations needed, etc. I only had one deal breaker. I told her I would refuse to even put an offer in a house that has an HOA.
Okay, you know what? Fair.
Homeowners Association. Tricky. All right. My parents lived in an HOA when I was a teenager, and I saw the amount of BS they had to go through all the time. There's no way I want to spend a huge amount of money and have to deal with that kind of thing for who knows how many years.
Yeah.
The house could check every single box in our need and want list, and I would still refuse to even try and buy it. Well, our search has not been an easy one. We have been priced out of a lot of areas we were hoping to live in, and the houses that are more within our budget are not exactly what we're looking for. We've toured dozens of houses, had offers rejected, had sellers try to get us into bidding wars. We've argued, disagreed, and fought. It has sucked. Last week, our realtor sent us a home that was just hitting the market. She was excited because she thought it was exactly what they were looking for. My wife fell in love with the pictures and wanted to set up a tour. But as I was looking at the listing, I saw it has an HOA. I told my wife that I don't even want to go look at it.
Yeah.
Since I don't want to put an offer on it. She decided to set up a tour with the realtor without
Oh, God.
without him, and viewed the home without telling him about it.
Oh.
Then came home and was super excited and to submit an offer. Oof. She spent an entire evening trying to convince him that it's her dream house and that they just needed to submit an offer before it was too late. She said there's no harm in submitting an offer just to see what the sellers say. Going back to his perspective, I told her that she knows an HOA is my number one deal breaker and that I find it pretty upsetting that she would go behind my back and do this on her own and try to convince me to compromise my stance. She tried to downplay how much of an impact an HOA would have on our lives and told me that a little inconvenience from the HOA won't offset how much we'd enjoy the home. But she's never lived in an HOA.
Yeah.
She hasn't seen firsthand how nuts they can be and how stressful it can be as a homeowner. I reminded her that when we started looking, that we both agreed that this had to be a 2-yes decision, meaning that if one of us vetoed a house for whatever reason, we wouldn't pursue it. And she knows that an HOA is number one on my veto reason. She's now super pissed at me for vetoing her dream house. She's telling me we will never find a house that checks so many of her wants and needs and that I should just let go of the HOA thing and submit an offer. I told her she's letting her frustration with the process cloud her judgment, and she's taking it out on me.
To the end.
That's it.
I don't think he's an asshole.
Most people, I believe, have a consensus on this. Now, mind you, this was posted 3 hours ago.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So they haven't completely tallied up the yay or nay, but people are saying you're allowed to have deal breakers.
Yeah, and it's to me, it's saying, like, same situation of, you know, when you would watch TLC and these girls would try on dresses way out of their budget.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at stuff that you know?
You don't do it.
In this instance, is vetoed.
Vetoed. Yes.
It'd be no different than you going to a luxurious house that's just simply out of your budget that you both fall in love with.
Yeah.
Well, now you can't afford it.
Now you can afford it. It was nice to look at it maybe, but now you're just going to be super depressed because everything after that house is going to suck.
Yeah.
Right?
I've never lived in an HOA, but I know...
I don't know if it's common here.
I know somebody who lives in one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Just outside of town.
Wow.
Like, they built their own, like, house.
Yeah.
But it's in the HOA, and I remember when they were deciding on, like, what plants to put in front of their house.
That's disgusting.
Or, like, what shingles can be on your roof.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, I'm sure some of them are more tick, 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 but...
I think they should be abolished.
I don't understand. All the houses look the same anyways. Why do you care?
Yeah, like, why are we making all that? Never mind. I understand why the HOA exists. They don't want weird houses and they don't want weird people because it affects
the selling value. Yeah.
of their property.
I get that.
And it's like, GFY in the day and age of actually being able to own a home,
Right.
it's being a
If you're-
very distant reality. Get out. I want to
you're-
enjoy my home.
If you're in a HOA, do you pay HOA fees?
Probably.
I feel like that's definitely a thing.
Which is disgusting.
Yeah. No, I don't think he's an asshole at all.
No.
Especially if they both agreed from the very start, hey, we both have to say yes on a house to put an offer in. You know, also, you should definitely go with your partner if you're both available and you have talked about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, you go see the house. You get the gist. We'll go again when we're together.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
that's
Maybe
fine.
you
If you're just going to go with your realtor behind your back because you know your partner doesn't like an HOA, you're playing a tough game.
Yeah, that's a tough sell.
Like, you're asking for an argument.
I don't know why she would be pissed. She's the one who, yeah. She's the one being the asshole in this round. Like,
no, totally fair. Totally fair. She's being unreasonable. You went and looked at a house that is not on your roster. It's no different than looking at a house that is outside of your budget.
why do people do that?
I don't know. Okay. This is 2 days ago again. Will I be the asshole if I refuse to pay for a crazy expensive bachelorette party?
Oh.
Please forgive any formatting errors as I'm writing on my phone. Forgiven because you made a note about it. So my 32-year-old female cousin, 43-year-old female. So sorry, they are 32-year female. Their cousin is 34 female. We'll call her Callie. Is getting married early next year. We're pretty close and even lived together for a few years in college. We don't talk every day, but at least once a month and at all family events. This is the first marriage for both her and her man. Okay. They're very excited and are going all out with the wedding. Bracket, we live in a fairly cheap state, but her wedding will still cost around $40,000.
What? Get out. Cheap?
Sorry.
Why?
I don't know. Our families don't have a lot of money, so she's putting most of the expenses on credit cards, doing payment plans, and she's even took out a small loan. Oh.
Girl.
I don't think that's a great idea, but I've kept my mouth shut. After all, it's not my wedding. True. Fair enough.
I think you're accurate.
Anyways, earlier this year, Callie asked if I would be her maid of honor along with another married friend of ours. I was incredibly excited and of course said yes. I knew there would be many expenses: dress, hair, makeup, shoes, bridal shower, and the bachelorette party. So I saved my tax refund from this year to make sure I had all the costs covered, and I've eagerly paid for everything Callie has asked for. Pause. Why does the maid of honor have to pay for everything?
Oh, maid of honor. Yeah. It's not a fun position to be in. It's not even that fun to be a bridesmaid most of the time because you usually end up having to buy a dress, having to... Yeah.
I understand, like, buying your dress or whatever. Yeah. I thought the maid of honor just had to help, like, organize and, like, take, like, stress off the bride.
It just depends.
Oh, my God.
I think it just depends on...
Who the bride is?
Yeah.
Okay. Resume. Now to the problem. The other maid of honor called me the other day and told me that Callie is wanting to go to Disneyland for her bachelorette party.
Are you kidding me? I mean, sounds great.
Yeah.
I'd just be like, cancel the wedding. We're just going to get married at Disneyland.
There you go. Get married at the castle. But they're not in Florida.
Oh.
The bride wants 3 days in California with an Airbnb. I kind of lost my mind over how much that would cost, and I called Callie. I tried to be as polite as possible and told her that this felt more like a vacation than a party, and I couldn't afford it. She burst into tears and told me that she has paid for super expensive bachelorette parties for some of her other friends, and she deserves to have the same thing. She even suggested I get a credit card. I wasn't sure what to say to that, so I told her I'd do some budgeting and figure it out. But the thing is, I simply cannot afford that. I don't have any credit cards, and the few loans I have, I've been working really hard on paying off. Go, girl. You go. I'm very conscious of my spending, and as my parents were never really great with money, they have filed for bankruptcy several times and had vehicles repossessed when we were evicted once when I was a kid. I refuse to end up just like them, and I'm very uncomfortable with the idea of getting a credit card to essentially pay to take Callie on a pre-wedding vacation. I feel like an awful person, but I simply can't afford this. I know this will upset her, and she will be very angry and will probably cry. Will I be the asshole if I didn't go to the bachelorette party and also don't offer to pay my portion? Or should I suck it up and just take out a loan? No.
Hell no. Do not go into financial debt for anybody.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Everyone has voted not the asshole, of course.
Well, yeah, if they voted her as an asshole, that would just be... I'd give up. I don't have much faith in humanity, but I'd give up what little faith I had left. That is insane.
That is insane. Like,
No. If you're the
What?
bride, you're the host.
Yeah.
You should be paying your way for that shit. Maybe if they, you
I feel like if you're the bride and your bachelorette party, I don't know. And I've never been married, so don't get me wrong. And I've never been to a bachelorette party because I'm 20. How old am I? 25.
yeah,
And-
but like
But also, I feel like maybe you, in like your planning, you pay for the venue, get your friends to set it up and decorate it, and
yeah, you
say who's
there's
coming.
so many ways to save money.
Yes.
Like getting married. I've seen so many people do it on a budget for so much less than that.
$40,000.
$40,000 is insane.
That's not even including the dress.
That's insane.
Because
No.
sometimes the dresses are like so much money.
She's just too demanding. That's a bridezilla.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you knew your wedding was costing that much already,
You want to go to Disneyland for 3 days?
no, you save up and you go later in your life,
Yeah.
or you go alone with your fiance or a friend, or sorry, I guess it'll be husband then, but you go after for the honeymoon.
Yeah, go to. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not forcing people into. It's like it's on a smaller level. It's like when your friends go out to the bar or
Mhm.
something like that, and they invite you, and you're like, I don't really want to blow the money there. Like I
Yeah.
just don't want to
Yeah,
do it.
no, I totally feel that.
So in my sense, I would be like, no, sorry, I'm not going. You can go,
Enjoy your bachelorette party.
enjoy it. Just be aware that I cannot go. It's not in my
Oh,
financial.
that sucks.
That's just so.
Get a credit card, she
that's
says.
not a good friend.
It's a family
I'd be
member.
over it. Oh,
They're cousins.
even worse.
That's crazy.
No, but like if you're close with your cousins, like I know I'm close with my cousin,
Mm-hmm.
like she would never have been like, hey, pay for this or do this, because we all know financial struggles. So
yeah.
she's aware that we're not all making crazy money. So
That's crazy.
that's nuts.
Well, Aaron, if I ever get married, don't worry. You won't have to pay to go to Disneyland.
I mean, I'll still go to Disneyland. It's on my list.
It is fun. It is a magical place.
Hold on here.
Did you say you had a really good one?
I do have a good one. I've got two.
Okay.
I don't know how good they are. There's one that's controversial, but it's not really. But there's an update.
Everything's controversial.
There's an update for this one. It's
Let's
a bit
be
long,
honest.
but I'll read quick.
Okay.
All right. I believe this is a female. She does. I think so.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Anyways, my older brother is getting. Okay, should I do the title?
Sure.
Am I the asshole for suggesting that my brother and his fiance bring out a cake at midnight on their wedding day for our grandma's 80th birthday?
Oh.
Here we go. Right? My older brother is getting married to his partner on July 20th. This was 81 days ago, so I believe that was within this year. So just the past month.
Yeah. They just got married.
A date that they agreed on in January and shared with the family.
Okay.
July 21st is our grandma's 80th birthday. She comes from a line of women where none of them live past the age of 80.
Oh, God.
So it's a big deal for her.
That's depressing.
And she announced last year that she wanted to go all out with a weekend-long celebration.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it's the same weekend.
Mm-hmm.
When my brother announced his wedding date, she was the first one to react with kindness, considering he forgot all about her 80th birthday plans when deciding upon the wedding date. Oof. They had made several down payments before announcing, so there was no point in asking them to move the wedding a week before or later for Grandma.
Yeah.
And Grandma wouldn't allow it anyways. She ultimately decided to have a relaxing, low-key Sunday dinner because my brother and his fiance also want to have a post-wedding brunch that day for relatives and the bridal party. So, that's a lot. Can we just take one bleep for a second here and go, weddings are already a lot, you know?
The day after?
The day after?
Don't people usually get like brunch the day of?
Or the night before they do
Yeah.
like the rehearsal dinner or whatever.
I've been to like 2 weddings in my life, and I was under the age of 10, so.
It's pretty wild. So now I'm learning that there's rehearsal dinner.
Yes.
There's the whole day of the wedding.
Yes.
There's, usually the ceremony and then the like after celebrations or whatever. Usually go to like 2 a.m. if not longer.
Yeah.
And then the next morning they want to get up and have brunch. That's insane. So much money. Wild. Anyways, I went on a tangent. Sorry.
That's okay.
So back to this being said, they wanted to have brunch that day and with the relatives and bridal party. My mom and I got to talking. We thought it'd be super fun if at midnight all the grandkids could surprise grandma with a cake and have the band play her favorite song so we could share and dance with her. It seemed like a fun way to include such an important milestone into this celebratory weekend since she was giving up her big birthday bash in favor of the wedding. I called my brother immediately to share the idea with him, and he loved it.
Oh, okay.
He even came up with the idea to make the cake England themed because Mom and I are taking her to England in September as our gift.
Oh, cute.
It's a lifelong dream of hers to go there.
You saying, Grandma.
Cute. That is, he loved it until he didn't.
Oh.
Meaning until he spoke with his fiance.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He called to say the cake deal for Gran, that's quoted, was off. And that same night, I received a text from his fiance telling me I should have checked with her first if she would be okay with it and how I was being insensitive, rude, and selfish for meddling with her special day. Yes, her special day. Not my brother's special day or their special day. Her special day. She seems like a good person, and we got along well despite not being super close. But it seemed logical to me to contact my brother since it's also his wedding, and it's his grandma, not hers. I responded back by saying it was my brother's special day as well and how he was initially thrilled by the idea. I also told her I didn't appreciate her accusing me of meddling since both Mom and I have fully respected the fact that she planned the entire wedding with her mom, leaving us out of the loop, despite my parents paying for a large portion of the wedding.
Yikes.
My mom was bummed about being fully excluded, even though all she would have wanted was to know how everything was going.
Mm-hmm.
The wedding reception is scheduled to end at 2 a.m., and by midnight, she'll have already been the center of attention. It's not like someone is going to jump out of her wedding cake and propose to another person. My text was met with a phone call from my brother who basically told me the conversation is over as if overstepped my boundaries. Am I the asshole?
I don't know. I don't think that the bride reacted in the best way. It is their day, not just her day. But I also understand that, they want to have a day, and if grandma wants to celebrate her birthday, she can celebrate her birthday. But it also just feels weird to me when people do things at weddings.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Like when somebody gets proposed to, I will kick you. You can pick any day and you choose now.
Somebody else's wedding day.
Why do you want to do that? That's just weird. Wouldn't you want it to be a little bit more intimate? Not, hey, look at me.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying not the asshole.
It's iffy.
But most people are saying, why don't they just redo the brunch the next day?
As like grandma's birthday.
Yeah. Instead of like...
Also, it seems like grandma does not give a fuck.
No, I think...
She's a granny. She wants people to enjoy their wedding.
Yeah.
And I'm sure
she would just an idea that like at midnight they could just bring out like a little cake for her.
Yeah.
I think that would be special. She's freaking 80 years old. Like,
also,
I would do it in a heartbeat.
What 80-year-old is going to be awake at 12 a.m.?
I don't know. This grandma seems down to party. Okay?
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah, it is tough, but there is an update.
Okay.
It goes...
Because they did get married.
All the way to the top.
What?
The first line.
Oh, okay. You just scroll past it.
Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
The wedding is off.
Fuck. Oh, no.
This was 26 days ago, so they called it. After the conflict between me and my brother's former fiance, which resulted in a phone call from my brother, I decided to text her 3 days later to apologize. Even though my family and the internet sided with me, so clearly more people were like, not the asshole. Okay. I just didn't want any bad mojo or to be a sister-in-law from hell. My text was met with a lot of anger on my dad's behalf, which really surprised me because the man supports me no matter what. He was telling me how I shouldn't have been the one to apologize, and he let another thing slip out. End of February, the bride's dad asked my dad in confidence if he could pitch in additional money for his daughter's dream wedding because he didn't think it was fair he had to pay more due to the tradition. My mom didn't know about this, which prompted another fight.
Oh, no.
My dad was pissed that I was the one to apologize, even though I was the one that was insulted. So he called my brother behind our backs and told him that he respects the fact that she will be his wife and his primary family, but how he also thinks he should have checked her for insulting me the same way he checked me for crossing a boundary.
Yeah.
He then did what dads sometimes do best, go off with a monologue after keeping shit inside for months. He told him about the additional money that he gave, and he told him that he wasn't convinced the overlapping events were a coincidence. Fight number 2 ensued. My brother called our mom the next day to tell her the wedding was off, and all hell broke loose.
They canceled the wedding 13 days before they got married.
No deposits, no returns, no refunds.
Oh my God.
Oof. We then couldn't get in touch with my brother or his fiance for almost a week. Her mom then got a hold of my work email and emailed me saying I had ruined her daughter's life. I forwarded the email to my brother, and he finally called me back. He said it felt like she wanted to marry for the wedding, not for the marriage.
Yeah.
She also admitted to making her dad ask our dad for more money so she could afford a wedding flower package she wanted. That was an additional $7,000. For flowers.
Holy shit.
And she saw nothing wrong with keeping it a secret from my brother.
Yeah.
She also refused to at least acknowledge my apology and to apologize back to me. My brother told her he would like to postpone the wedding and work on their issues, and she ended up calling off the wedding and breaking up with him.
Oh,
rip. My relationship with my brother is still a wreck. He said he needs time because he loves her, but he understands she didn't prioritize him as much as he did her. Grandma's birthday bash is back on, and we're happy for her. She's excited as heck after the initial turmoil. Go, Grandma, go, Grandma, go. I miss my brother so much, and it sucks knowing how heartbroken he is, but at least he's talking to my parents, and he has the rest of the family as a support system. I really hope we can rebuild our relationship someday. I'm glad he won't marry the wrong person for the wrong reasons, but it's awful being the trigger to his life falling apart, and I regret everything.
Oh, sweetie.
I know that was like plot twist.
Jesus.
And people are saying, ultimately, it sounds like this is the best for your brother, and he dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can repair their relationship as brother and sister.
Wow.
And this other person says, I think original poster saved brother's life, actually. And another person said, I hope this breakup lasts. That was a wild ride.
To be fair, yeah, some people don't want a wedding for marriage. They want the party.
Yeah.
Which is like, if that's the case, just have a party. Go get married down to the courthouse and have a party. Yeah.
Or like, don't get married if
Yeah.
you're just in it for like
wrong reasons.
Qualifications of getting married. Like that it shouldn't make a difference in your relationship in the end. If someone's like, we aren't in a real relationship until we're married, that's a red flag. Yeah. That's not, you should be able to support each other whether or not you have a signed piece of paper that says you're married.
Yeah.
Do you have
and whether or not, I have 3 more. I'll just do one more.
Yeah. I've got one more after this, and it's still long, so.
I'm going to pick the one from 4 days ago.
Okay. New one.
Am I the asshole for not ordering any food so I wouldn't have to split the bill?
I've been in this situation.
I, 27 male, have been a part of a small group a friend group around 8 people total for basically since college. Why did I add 4? Because it's the next word. For some background, 2 people from the group, Susan and Greg, are just absolute leeches. Going out for lunch, expect them to order the most expensive item on the menu, then feed you some sob story about their finances, and then dump half the bill on you. Last weekend, Dan, one of the people from the group, told me about a casual dinner. I told him how if Susan and Greg were there, I wouldn't be able to come. He tells me that they would be there, but I should just put my opinions aside and come once. Come just once. And come just once.
What?
Put his opinion aside for once and just come to the dinner is what I'm gathering. There's no punctuation in this sentence. This is kind of where I might be an asshole. I agreed with him and told him I would be there. I show up and we're all talking. Everyone begins putting in their orders. Most of them spent about $40 for a singular meal. Bro, where are you eating?
Oh, there's so many places like that now.
Ew. There were only about 6 people there. When it gets to Susan and Greg, they both order expensive dishes, around $200.
Holy crap.
When it was my turn to order, everyone looked at me, but I just picked up the menu and pointed to the $4 Miller Lite and sent the waiter away. Dan asked why I hadn't ordered anything, and all I said that was I lost my appetite. The other 2 friends got up as well to cancel their orders and just have drinks. After the main course came out, I saw Susan and Greg picking at their food. The waiter then brings over the check. Greg then grabs the waiter and asks him to split the check 6 ways. I stand up and correct him, saying the check will be split in 3 ways. Greg looks at me confused and asks why, since we always split the bill. I remind him that the 3 of us have not eaten any food, so we would just be paying for our drinks. So basically, at the end of the night, Dan, who probably ate only around $50 worth of food, was stuck with $146.98.
Oh my God, poor Dan.
Yes, I remember the exact number. I swear I saw his jaw drop when he picked that receipt up. I slid out a $10 towards the check, said goodbye to everyone, and walked out. The next morning, I found my phone full of texts from Greg and Susan telling me I was an asshole for not ordering any food and forcing them to pay more than they had accounted for. I honestly laughed because the steaks alone were more than what they had paid, but to each their own, right? I also got a lot of messages from Dan saying that I could have just not came instead of pulling that stunt and getting him stuck with an outrageous bill. Edit. At this restaurant, the bar is separate, so drinks are on a separate bill, if that makes sense. And if anyone is concerned about leaving a tip, I live in Australia. Score.
Nice.
Edit 2. Hey guys, just want to clarify some things. 1. 90% of restaurants where I live, they don't do separate checks and might separate the bill for you if you're lucky. By the way, this post is in AUD, so if you want the amounts in USD, you have to convert it. Is the Aussie dollar more or less in Canada? Do you know?
I think it's more.
So like how US is, it would be more for us.
Yeah.
Oh God. 2, Dan could have easily asked Greg and Susan to transfer him the money if he wanted, but he's always been about helping them through their financial hardship, even though they're just using him and keep dragging him into it. I admit what I did was immature, but I'm being tired of forced to play along. It's his money, and if he wants to spend it on them, that's fine, but I'm also not paying for them. 3, Dan is a really good friend of mine, albeit blind AF. I was just trying to get him to see what kind of people he was helping. I will admit it's a tad bit petty. 4, thank you for the gold.
I don't think he's an asshole.
No.
I
would do that.
I would totally do that. I would feel bad for Dan. I might have pitched some money to Dan just to help him out a bit, but
oh no, he warned Dan before they went to lunch.
Oh, Dan was the original.
Dan was the guy who invited them, and he was like,
I thought he was just like the bystander, like, oh, I'm here for lunch, you know.
Dinner. Dan said casual dinner, and he goes, are Susan and Greg gonna be there? Because they're gonna order stuff, and I'm not paying for their food. Dan was like, okay, Dan, suck it up.
Dan got warned.
No. I like that 3 other people followed suit.
Yeah, because they knew the vibe, but they put up with it for so long. See, I don't do that. And it's so weird that Australia doesn't split the bills.
Some places here I don't think like to split bills if it's more than like a couple people.
No.
I don't know. Sorry, they don't not split the bill. They just add a fucking tip onto it.
Yeah. Which I get, because if you're in like a larger group, you should probably be tipping. Oh, yeah.
I just had it happen once. And to be fair, it was a larger group. It was with the grocery store.
Yeah.
However, the service was fucking horrible.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. If you don't have the option.
Was ridiculous.
Ugh, that's no good.
I was like, you're an asshole, and I just had to tip you. I would have tipped you regardless. I just wouldn't have tipped you that much.
Yeah. I also lied. It's $1 Canadian to $1.11 Australian. So it's just ours is worth a little bit more, I think.
So if they had like $200, what is it? Us?
So if it was
Doing
200,
200 Aussie dollars.
how do I type this?
How do we work Google?
It would be 180 Canadian dollars.
Oh, okay. That's still a lot for one
It's
meal.
still a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, you're not the asshole. I
No.
would do that.
I kind of feel like I would also be petty and do that if someone was pressuring me to go. I probably wouldn't show up at all.
Go.
I hate spending money.
I know.
Especially, well, unless it's a restaurant I know that I'm for certain going to enjoy.
Yeah, that makes
then
sense.
it's like fine. But if you knew these two people had like a history of doing that shit and pulling that shit, then yeah, I would kind of be a little bit petty about it. Yeah.
No, I'm just getting a drink, thanks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a drink.
I'm not paying for
I
your
have
meal.
just done that with
I've done that.
no intention of like I'm dropping the bill on anybody, and it was not an intention of we're splitting the bill. It was just like
I'm not hungry.
I'm
I
not
don't like
hungry.
anything here.
Yeah, exactly. Or I've probably already, like, if I was meeting friends at the pub, it's probably been like I already ate dinner at home.
Yeah, to save the money.
I'm not going to come out and buy like a $15 poutine or whatever shitty pub food.
Yeah.
Sorry, but sometimes pub food is pub food. Like, it's French fries.
And chicken fingers.
Yeah. Like, there is occasions where I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll go out and do it if I want to splurge a little bit. But
yeah.
More so now. No.
No, thank you.
Expensive pub food. So, yeah. That
sucks.
Yeah. Well, I'd say those people aren't really your friends.
Yeah, Susan and Greg, go away.
Get better jobs or, like...
Don't order a $200 meal.
Yeah. Like, order smartly. Order what you can afford. If you can't afford it, then just go for drinks.
Yeah.
It's usually cheaper.
Jesus.
Though beer in Australia is quite expensive. So
Yeah, he said it's $14.
yeah, insane. I'm actually happy for that person. They didn't have to split that bill.
Yeah, and they
expensive.
just paid their tab and left.
Genius.
Hasta
Good
la vista.
move. Not an asshole.
No, not an asshole. What is your last one?
My last one is, am I the asshole for not telling my boyfriend I won money 15 years ago? Are we ready to dig?
Digging.
All right. I don't know what I did wrong or if what I did is wrong, and I need some advice. I didn't want to post this on my real account because I'd like to be as anonymous as possible. My boyfriend, 35 male, and I, 35 female, were discussing finances as we wanted to be on the same page. My boyfriend moved in with me unexpectedly 3 months ago as his landlord decided to move into the property with his family.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We were discussing finances and the topic of how I own my place came up. I explained I won some money, not a lot, but enough to be able to put myself through nursing school, purchase my home, and have a little bit of savings.
You know what? Go you.
This was back in 2009.
Also, still go you. That's great.
And bought my own place outright, then rented it out until I moved back into it in late 2018.
You smart lady.
Genius. Absolutely. Great investment move. Obviously, I had some luck on my side as this was right in the middle of the recession, so I got my place for really, really cheap.
Me waiting now for a recession.
Right. We have the money. Let's buy a cheap house. Come on, crash market. No,
Please.
probably not gonna happen.
No, it's not gonna happen.
He says I deceived him by giving him the impression that I was financially well off and that I led him to believe I was more business savvy than I was.
What?
Yeah, plot twists.
She
I don't
is
know.
Business savvy. What the fuck?
I don't know how I did that because I literally work as a nurse and I make decent money. Fully own my home, fully own my car, have decent retirement plans, and decent savings. I'm fairly certain that I am financially better off than most people that I know. He says that he can't trust me anymore.
What?
And that he was stupid to have listened to my financial advice. But the thing is, I never gave him any financial advice, except for telling him not to buy a car that was, in my opinion, unreliable and much too expensive. Did I deceive him by not telling him how I got myself financially stable? FYI, we have been dating for almost a year and a half.
No.
Okay, there's a couple of edits here.
Yay.
And by a couple, I mean 5.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then there's a update after this.
Okay.
I just had another very weird conversation with him, and I honestly can't wrap my head around it. Yeah, so he's definitely a gold digger.
Oh, God. No.
He asked me how much I have in savings and seemed impressed with how much I have, and then said maybe he reacted too aggressively. Then asked/told me that he still wants the car I advised him not to get. He even hinted at me getting it for him as a birthday present, since it's his birthday in early March.
You can have a gas card.
I am definitely dumping him. Going to wait till my 2 sisters and 2 brother-in-laws can come over before I break up with him in case he reacts crazy.
Oh, no.
Edit number 2. He's jealous and also resentful. He's ranting about how he would have tripled the money if he hadn't won, or if he had won it. Edit 3. He's saying that my money is wasted on me because I don't make money. In quotes.
What?
Apparently, I should have been investing my savings in high-yielding stocks and other shit. FYI, I do get financial advice from a financial advisor I trust, but I am a risk-averse person, so I would never invest it in the manner this idiot is telling me.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark. Sure, the chance to get a lot of money is there, but so is the chance to lose it.
Exactly.
Edit 4. He's now on a crazy rant because I suggested we take a break from this argument because I don't want to ruin my few days off. Yeah. My God, I can't believe how he's behaving. He thinks he's so clever, but I am thoroughly disgusted. Oh, it is absolutely over between us.
Oh.
Edit 5. Okay, so I understand him better now. So my house, the property it's on, is what led him to believe I was much richer than I am. He assumed I was loaded. So me telling him I actually got lucky pissed him off. Then when he found out how much in savings and assets he perked up and Then when he found out how much in savings and assets I have, he perked up and had a change of mind. Now he's telling me that with just a quarter of my money, he can show me how to invest in the stock market and make real money. Oh, he is genuinely deluded. Delulu. No, not the asshole, clearly.
What's the update?
The update. Here we go. Oh, this goes deep. Okay. Sorry for the lengthy one, but Here we go. I've been repeatedly asked to give an update, and here I am. So my sisters and brother-in-laws came over, and I asked him to leave. He got very angry and argumentative. While he and I argued, my family packed up all of his stuff and put it in his car.
They were there.
They were there for her. She's got some good fam jam.
Good siblings.
He didn't have much at mine, as most of his furniture and other bigger items were already in storage.
Yeah.
He couldn't believe I'd break up with him over such a little thing, in quotation marks.
Bro.
Right? As if he hadn't spent 3 days yelling and ranting at me. 3 days of this shit? That's insane. God. He finally left and is now staying at his parents' house. His parents called me to ask what happened. I explained the situation, and they said it was for the best that we broke up. I didn't see him for a few days, but he called and texted a whole bunch, and it was just him flipping between being regretful of his behavior to raging at my audacity and stupidity.
Of what stupidity?
Right. I got a call from Mike, which is one of his friends.
Yeah.
And he asked me what happened because ex-boyfriend was telling people he broke up with me for being a cheater.
Huh. Okay.
Apparently he caught me sleeping with some random dude. Then she's got the little emoji that's got like the roll eye face.
Yeah.
I explained the situation to his friend and he laughed, saying he was wondering when he'd bring up his money schemes. So we had a long chat and he told me how my ex had recently lost a lot of money in trading and that's what had him stressed and anxious. It's also what pushed him over the edge.
Definitely not the asshole.
Apparently, he was angry with me for not taking the same risks he has taken. He bitched to Mike about being a risk-averse person. Oh, about her being a risk. Yeah. Mike told me to move on and to change my locks because my ex apparently had a history of being nasty when dumped.
Oh, that's awful.
Are you ready for the next part of this story?
There's more?
There's one little bit paragraph more, and you're not going to believe what goes down.
Is he going to break into our house?
You just wait for it.
Oh, frick.
He was right, because a few days after that, the ex broke into my house and took a shit on my kitchen counter. He was arrested while he was in the process of evacuating his bowels.
Is he Amber Heard?
Is he Amber Heard?
Didn't she shit on Johnny Depp's bed?
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't know too much about that. But Amber Heard probably didn't get arrested while doing it, so.
No. Oh my God.
She'd obviously changed the codes in the security system, so he couldn't get in with the old codes. So he broke through the back door.
Oh, he legit broke in.
Yeah, he broke in. And the police were already on the way because the security system triggered. He tried to tell the police that he was her boyfriend and lived in the house.
So why are you shitting on the counter?
But the question was, what resident breaks their own back door to their house, bleeds all over the hallway, and then takes a shit on their own kitchen counter?
And doesn't, call the alarm people to be like, sorry, it's just me.
Yeah, it's just me shitting all over the counter. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, my word.
Yeah. So he spent the night in jail and was bailed out the next day by his parents. They called to apologize, and I told them never to contact me ever again.
Wow.
Also in the process of getting a protection order.
Wow.
I have never dated crazy before, and I am absolutely gobsmacked at his insanity.
Money makes people whack.
Insane.
I think she bought her condo, house, whatever, and then rented it out to have an income while she couldn't live there. That's a great idea.
Right? And go to nursing school.
Yeah.
Then come back, and you basically just get a nursing job and
you don't have a mortgage. You have
live
money
comfortably.
Saved up. Like, what?
Our house is paid off. The car's paid off.
Stupidity, my ass.
You don't need. See, the problem is like people who like get into like that crazy trading stuff is they take it too far.
Yep.
They're on this like rampage to make the most money.
Which like stock market ebbs and flows, man.
Yeah. But at the same time, you've hit like $1 million or whatever. What more do you need?
Yeah, like people at the casino too. You go in with $50. Oh, you just won $200. Okay, cash out.
Cash out. Get out. You just got some money.
Yeah.
Take it. Go treat yourself. Get some breakfast. Something
I'm
like
up $200,000 and still play. No. Cash out.
Get out. I'm out.
Know your limits. Play within it.
I know my limits. It's not going to those places. I have done it and I have won like a little bit of money.
I've never won. I've gone twice, $50 each time. Never won.
You know what? Bingo was more successful for me.
Yes.
I spent like $80 and I came out with $1,000. But that is based on completely random generated numbers. I've gone other times and absolutely lost, but it was just fun. I like bingo opposed to slots because bingo, you actually get to play a game.
It doesn't also feel like you've been in there for 5 minutes and it's been 6 hours.
Yeah.
That trips me out.
Yeah. Bingo actually does take time.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially if you're not just on the machines, but the machines win the most, which is super annoying.
What is your give back, Aaron? I didn't see a note.
It's not updated yet?
No, it wasn't there when I opened it today.
There
it is.
World's Worst Valentine by Rivals, which I'm getting more into. This band named Rivals.
I have a couple of songs
She's got a really cool voice.
I've got Bags. I think it's Claro. Hello.
Interrupted again by said kitty.
Hello, Ash.
Do you want to put the fur all over this? Oh. Oh.
He gave your sugar bear a kiss.
Give the keys to the sugar bear. Oh.
Are you gonna say hello? Will you say hi? He goes, what the fuck are you putting on me?
It just kind of like melts around it until.
Perfect timing, bud. It's
Yeah.
over.
It's all over. Did you say yours?
I did. It's Bags. I think her name is Claro.
Claro.
It's very cute. It's in a lot of my book playlists, and it came on last night, and I was reading.
Excellent. I'll have to add that to my slowly growing book playlist. I want to make my own. Not that I don't enjoy other people's, because it's so much more convenient.
I know they have the time to read the book, find out what it's about, get songs that match the theme.
Right. And it's so on point, a lot of that song stuff.
Yes.
It's just wild.
Which is why I listen to music when I read.
Well, thank you.
Hello.
Oh, we're hearing the.
Ash, you gonna say hi? Ash. Nope. Okay.
Okay. Well, this has been Am I the Asshole Part 2.
And I'm sure there will be many more parts. And when we blow the book up, we can have submissions.
Yeah, I'd love to hear people's true stories.
I can hear him in the background.
He's chirping.
Ash, you are the asshole.
Yeah, Ash, you're the asshole. Anyway, thank you for listening. Don't forget to rate, like, subscribe, comment. Send us an email. It's unapologeticintroverts.com at gmail.com. I almost got that right. You can check out the link in our bio to find us everywhere else on the internet. We want to hear your thoughts, your comments, your quips, your concerns, your queries, your inquiries, your hate mail.
What you had for dinner.
Your junk mail. We'll take that too. Sometimes those are interesting.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
Subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Yes.
I'm actually keeping on top of the website stuff as of today. We're up to date. Woot woot. Woot woot. We can get back to actually doing that shit.
And I'm not sorry that this episode is an hour and a half long.
It was a good episode. There are some plot twists in those.
Yeah. Holy crow.
Crow.
Holy crow.
Cow and crap.
I was thinking crow and cow, but okay.
Fair enough. I am completely absorbed by the sugar bear.
I know.
Maybe we need to promote the sugar bear on our channel, our non-existent channel. We should just become YouTubers. Be good at that
I've
too.
been wanting to be a YouTuber since I was like 10.
I'm gonna need so much more makeup if I become a YouTuber.
Nah, screw it.
All right. Thanks everybody for listening.
Thank you.
We will see you again Thursday next week.
Yeah.
With Jade's lovely, fascinating topic.
I've been trying to think of a topic since you came up with a topic and I haven't thought of anything yet.
We'll come up with something again like we always do. Pull it out of our hats.
Yes.
So,
it's a long weekend. I got time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that extra day that you obviously get to sit around and think about this stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah, not books. Not books at all.
Not impending doom.
Oh, man. So much doom. But now you have a sugar bear to suffer the doom with you.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Go hug your sugar bears and have a great rest of your whatever day, evening, whenever you're listening to this.
Yes.
All right.
Goodbye.
Bye.